Good evening. Good. Welcome. Everybody's having such a great time fellowshipping. We never see each other, do we, students? My name is Cindy Smith, and I have the privilege of serving as the Director of Nursing Programs at Arkansas State University, Beebe. In 1965, a small technical school in Searcy, Arkansas, launched a practical nursing program, and since that time, we've had more than 1,600 graduates from our nursing programs. This evening marks the 84th nursing pinning ceremony for our programs in our proud history. The graduates tonight, you are going to become a part of that legacy. And it's a legacy that was built on compassion, on skill, on a commitment to excellence in patient care. In your journey forward, we'll touch countless lives in meaningful ways. To our families and friends that are here in attendance, we want to thank you for being here. We want to thank you for your encouragement and your sacrifices, your unwavering support, right? And they have been very instrumental in helping our students. Also, before we really get started in this ceremony, I want to recognize a very special group tonight, our nursing faculty. I consider them to be among the top in our nation, in our state. ASU-Beebe's programs rank in the top 1% of the nation, if you didn't know that, and it is totally because of these individuals sitting on the stage tonight. And so I just want to take a moment and introduce them to you. In our practical nursing program, we have Miss Maddie Jones. I almost called her Maddie Lynch. You can stand up. Miss Brandy Atwood. Miss Tanya Brownfield. She may be little, but she packs a punch. Miss Jennifer Mansfield. On the back here, Miss Kensia Stanley. Kensia is our comic relief in our department. Miss Lauren Banks. Mr. Robert Tyler Love. We call him Tyler. We walk down the hall and say, there's Mr. Love. On this side, we have Miss Sharon Buckley and Miss Amber Dale. A couple other contributors to our department that aren't on stage that we would like to recognize. One of the newest additions to our team is Miss Sandra Lindsay. Stand, Sandra. She is our retention recruitment specialist. And then, of course, where would we be without our administrative assistant, Miss Denise Johnston? On my right, we do have our administrative representatives I'd like to introduce to you. We have Dr. Joseph Scott, our Dean of Math and Science. Dr. Jason Goodner, our Vice Chancellor for Academics. And Dr. Jennifer Methvin, who I will invite to the podium. Dr. Methvin has been our chancellor since 2018. She began her career as an adjunct faculty member at ASU-Beebe and has held various leadership roles in higher education across Arkansas and Missouri over the last 28 years. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Methvin.
Good evening. Students, graduates, it is so great to see you sitting there, this many of you. Friends, our nursing program has expanded beyond anything we could have dreamed of in the last 2 years. So I also want to recognize Dr. Cindy Smith for her leadership in that process. We knew when Dr. Scott became the Dean of Math and Sciences that these things were about to happen. And so when those two pieces of energy got together, some really, really great things have happened. Students, it is an honor to be here with you and your families tonight. You cannot know how proud we are of your accomplishments. This is no easy feat that you have done. You have sacrificed meals with your family. You've sacrificed important family events. You have sacrificed sleep to reach a goal that is going to impact you and your family for generations to come. You know, we at the college are charged with the responsibility of creating professionals to serve our economy in the state of Arkansas. That's our job. That's what we're charged to do. And to see this many nursing professionals graduating across our stage this May is an incredible contribution to not just the economy of our state, but to the health and well-being of the citizens of our state. Don't know if y'all have heard about the nursing shortage, right? You guys are stepping into vital, vital roles, and I am so proud anytime I'm in any healthcare facility and I meet one of our graduates in their workplace, because I'm always told what wonderful professionals you are. We're extremely proud of you. I'm so excited to see you this evening celebrate your entry into the profession or the next level of the nursing profession. We know what you sacrificed. Families, we know what you sacrificed, and we are so very proud of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Methvin. At this time, we would like to welcome Miss Lexi to the stage. Lexi is going to give us student reflections from the RN class. Lexi actually went through our LPN program as well, so.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Lexi McLean, and let me start by saying that while I'm incredibly honored to have been asked to speak on behalf of my class, I'm extremely nervous to be standing in front of such a large crowd. While I love talking, and every one of my classmates and instructors can vouch for that, public speaking has never exactly been my comfort zone, so please bear with me. Tonight marks a moment we've all dreamed about, and maybe even doubted a few times along the way. But here we are. We've made it. We're officially at the finish line and about to begin our journey as registered nurses. First, to our instructors, thank you. You've poured into us more than just knowledge. You gave us your patience, your guidance, and at times the constructive criticism that we may not have known we needed. You've taught us how to care for others, but you also reminded us to care for ourselves, especially when we thought we couldn't keep going. And speaking of not keeping going, I think I can speak for my entire class when I say how thankful we are to never have to look at another ATI question, sit through another live proctored exam, or endure the misery of those 180 question comprehensive predictors. We are free. But seriously, there were moments we weren't sure we'd make it, times when we were staring at our grades, praying for just 1/10 of a point to get us to the next term. Decimal points that felt like they held our entire future, and somehow we did it. We survived clinicals, every single one of them. From witnessing new life coming into this world to the unforgettable days spent at the state hospital, where we encountered not only some of the most eye-opening experiences, but also gained perspective and compassion. And when it came to mental health, we were lucky to have Miss Stanley spreading her contagious laugh and somehow managing to make every day a good time, even if that meant making us all question our own sanity and life choices for coming back to nursing school while either raising a family, working a full-time job, or both. That cardiac simulation, if you know, you know. Mr. Love and Mr. Lawson must have conspired to see who could make us sweat the most, coding our patient so relentlessly that we were left breathless, giving CPR like our grades depended on it, because they did. The moments when Dr. Smith would pop in with a big smile and just the right words of encouragement to keep us trucking through, even when we were running strictly on caffeine, anxiety, and sheer willpower. And those moments reminded us that the outcome is worth it. The light at the end of the tunnel is near. Ms. Dell, thank you for always being a steady listening ear. Whether we were excitedly telling you about a great day in clinicals or us trauma dumping after a rough one, you were always there, never judging, always encouraging, and helping us grow from each experience. And of course, Miss Buckley, you kept us awake with your perfectly timed, quirky jokes and made sure we were still mentally checked in even during those post-lunch lectures when our brains felt like they couldn't take in any more information. Also want to take a moment to recognize the many other instructors, adjuncts, and of course Miss Johnston, who may not have been in our classroom, but who was still part of our journey. Whether it was a smile in the hallway, a warm "you got this," or just taking the time to check in, you may not know it, but those moments mattered. For me personally, those small gestures came during times I needed them the most. Your kindness and encouragement helped carry us forward more than you probably realize. To our friends, families, and loved ones, thank you for being our anchor through it all. You stood by us through the late nights, the breakdowns, the victories, and everything in between. You rearranged your own lives, from adjusting work schedules to helping with school drop-offs, pickups, and countless other responsibilities, just so we could chase this dream. Your sacrifices did not go unnoticed. You believed in us even when we didn't believe in ourselves. A simple thank you will never truly express how grateful we are for your unwavering support. And to my fellow classmates, we did it. We pushed through the hardest days, supported each other, and now we stand here not just as classmates, but as registered nurses. I'll end with this. When people ask what made me go to nursing school at nearly 30 years old, I jokingly reply that I had stayed home with 3 young kids far too long and needed to get my sanity back, but there was definitely some truth to that. Not only my family and friends, but several of my instructors here have been with me from the very beginning of this journey. They've all watched me go from a stay-at-home mom who was desperately trying to learn basic medical terminology just to understand the exams in LPN school, to now being able to answer what medication would be administered, rapid IV push, to cause a patient in supraventricular tachycardia to go into brief asystole and chemically reset their heart rhythm. So if anybody out there is doubting themselves, thinking it's too late to go back to school, or needing that push of encouragement, take it from me. And to those pinning as LPNs tonight, don't stop here. You've already made it through the hardest part. Keep pushing through. As we receive this pin tonight, it represents so much more than a new credential. It's a symbol of every hard-earned success and the determination that brought us from LPNs or paramedics to RNs. The skills, compassion, and experience we already carried as nurses. This pin is a reflection of how far we've come, the patients who shaped us, the lessons that challenged us, and the responsibility we now take on with even greater strength and confidence. Here's to new careers ahead of us as registered nurses. Congratulations, we made it. Thank you.
Thank you, Lexi. This time I'd like to welcome Ms. Rhonda Newman to the podium. She'll address you on behalf of the Practical Nursing Program.
Good evening, everyone. To our esteemed faculty, dedicated family and friends, and my fellow graduates, thank you for being here on this very special occasion. It's hard to believe we're standing here today on the other side of clinicals, skills lab, and caffeine-fueled study marathons, about to be pinned as licensed practical nurses. And I don't know about you, but I'm still half expecting to shout, "You forgot to turn in your last ATI assignment." First and foremost, to our families, friends, and everyone who supported us, thank you. You didn't just cheer us on, you carried us through. Whether it was making sure we ate, staying up late at night to quiz us, or just giving us a hug when we broke down over a neuro test or dosage calculations, you were there. For understanding when we missed the things to study for a test, we leaned on you way more than we let on. And we're here today because of your love, patience, and your support. I am sure most of you know now way more about nursing than you ever wanted to know. To our instructors, wow, you've been our guides, our coaches, and sometimes the only calm presence in our weekly meltdowns. You didn't just teach us how to pass nursing school, you taught us how to be nurses, how to think critically and compassionately and recover gracefully when we messed up. You showed us that nursing is about heart as much as it is about knowledge. You taught us that when we walk into a patient's room, we bring not just our skills, but our presence. You taught us that listening is just as important as lab values, and that sometimes the most healing thing you can do is just be there. You challenged us to raise to your expectations, and when we didn't believe we could, you believed for us. You saw our potential before we did. Thank you for the tough love, the real talk, and the moments where you gave us grace instead of judgment. You helped shape not just our skills, but our character. Big snaps to all of you. And now to my classmates. What a wild, beautiful ride this has been. From the first day of class, awkward and unsure, to today, exhausted but proud. We've done this together. We shared everything, notes, late night texts asking, is that on Quizlet? Many snacks, panic attacks, and lots of tears. We endured the loss of our own. We studied until our eyes hurt, laughed until we cried, and cried until we laughed again. We've seen each other at 6 a.m. clinicals, coffee breath, and bedhead, but we still loved each other anyway. I'm so proud of each and every one of you. We pushed through fear and failure. We supported each other when life got hard, and we learned what it means to be both strong and vulnerable at the same time. We had each other, and now, after everything, numerous videos retakes of our sterile dressing change, donning and doffing sterile gloves, which was the death of me, those lovely surprise quizzes, and practicing manual blood pressures on each other. We are here. Each of you brought your own unique personality to our class. The one who always wanted to feed us, the leaders, the givers, and the organizers, the class entertainer who always had a little dance for us and kept us laughing, the one who always was lost, the married couple that managed to stay married, the one that were never sure what was going to come out of their mouth, the ones who always had a hug and words of encouragement. And all of you have the biggest, kindest hearts, and I am blessed to have made this journey with you. Tonight, as we put on these pins, we don't just celebrate a title, we honor every step it took to get here. The sacrifices, every breakthrough, every breakdown, and every sleepless night. They were all worth it. It reminds us that we have chosen a profession that demands everything from us, our minds, our bodies, and our hearts, and gives back so much more. As we move forward into the world as nurses, let's remember what we learned here. Not just how to assess lung sounds or read Mars, but how to care, really care. Let's be the nurses who advocate fiercely, listen deeply, and treat people with dignity and compassion. And let's also remember each other, the bonds we've built, the memories we've shared, and the laughter that got us through. We'll go our separate ways now, but I hope a part of this journey stays with us wherever we go. Congratulations, Cersei Cohort 0525. We didn't just survive nursing school, we became nurses.
Thank you, Rhonda. You notice in your program at this time we do have a special tribute to a young lady named Brianna Turner. Back last summer, our hearts were broken. Go ahead, Kayla. And we lost one of our own in a tragic car accident. And so Kayla has written a tribute to her tonight. And so we're going to let her do that.
Good evening, everyone. Today is a day we've all been dreaming of, working for, and sometimes even crying through, and yet here we are, together, standing at the finish line of one of the hardest, most demanding, and most rewarding journeys of our lives. Becoming a nurse has tested us in every way possible, mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. There were long nights, heavy exams, clinicals that pushed our limits, and moments where it felt like we just couldn't go on. But we did, because we had each other. We lifted one another up. We cried in parking lots together. We celebrated every small win, and we never let each other quit. This journey changed us, not just into nurses, but into stronger, more compassionate, more resilient versions of ourselves. But as we celebrate this milestone, we also carry a deep sadness because one of us is not here today, Brianna. I sent this poem to your mother that someone wrote me when my father passed. You never said I'm leaving, you never said goodbye. You were gone before I knew it, and only God knows why. 1,000,000 times I needed you, 1,000,000 times I cried. If love alone could have saved you, you never would have died. In life I loved you dearly, in death I love you still. In my heart you hold a place that no one could ever feel. It broke my heart to lose you, but you didn't go alone, for part of me went with you the day that God took you home. Brianna was more than a classmate. She was a light, a beautiful soul who radiated kindness, encouragement, and strength, even on the hardest days. She made us laugh when we wanted to cry, and she reminded us that grace is found in the way we treat others. Her passing left a space that we can never fill. It still doesn't feel real. We miss her, we ache for her presence, but we also honor her today because her spirit is woven into this class. Her compassion, her faith, her determination, all of that lives on in us. And while we grieve her loss, we find comfort in knowing that God needed her more than we did. And when we trust the heavens gained an incredible angel who is probably up there encouraging us the same way she did here. Brianna, this pen, this moment is as much yours as it is ours. To my fellow classmates, we made it. We are nurses, not just because we passed exams or earned a title, but because we've walked through the fire and come out more capable, more human, and more ready to serve. Let's carry forward the spirit of this class and legacy of Brianna in every patient we touch, every life we comfort, and every act of care we give. Thank you, and may always remember where we came from and who we carry with us.
Thank you, Kayla. At this time, I'd like to welcome her mother and father to the stage, if you'll come up. In loving memory of Brianna, we would like to present you with her stole. And we also have a plaque in remembrance. It says, in loving memory of Brianna Turner, whose light touched our hearts and will shine on forever.
So we celebrate these wonderful graduates tonight, and we'll celebrate many more on Saturday. We did not, in December, have the honor to have Brianna at commencement, but it is my honor at this time to present you with her technical certificate in pre-healthcare studies, which she completed shortly before she passed.
Y'all don't quit. You do what Bree says. Keep swimming. Whether it gets hard, you keep going. Because that's what she'd want all you guys to do. Y'all all had an impact on her, whether y'all realize it or not. I had many conversations with her on her first term. She didn't know she's going to be able to make it. Little did I know that she was doing much better than what she told me. She was never good for the spotlight, though. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Graduates, tonight we celebrate this significant milestone. This ceremony does not mark the end of your journey, but rather a transition into the next phase, one defined by strength, resilience, and purpose. The tradition of the nursing pinning ceremony dates back to 1855 when Florence Nightingale was awarded the Red Cross of St. George by Queen Victoria for her service during the Crimean War. In turn, she honored her students with a Medal of Excellence, a practice that by 1916 had become a widespread tradition to recognize the commitment and achievement of nursing graduates. So tonight, we proudly continue that tradition. And as each graduate, as your name is called, we want you all to come up and line up over here, not each. But we will give each of you a pin and a stole, which symbols your hard work and your dedication and your perseverance. So graduates, if you all go ahead and come up, we'll begin with the practical nursing. Miss Amber Dale will read your names.
Kayla Kloss. Abigail Francis. Krista Gunder. Jana Jones. Sydney Lowry. Lexi McLean. Kayla Morris. Cassandra Rawson. Haley Simmons. Tiffany String. Tangela Sun. Khadijah White.
Congratulations once again. Can we give them all a hand? Yay! Woo! Yeah, they deserve it. At this time, we always give awards to our nursing students, and just so you're aware, the faculty choose the recipients of these awards. We have two different awards that we give our students. I'll read the first one to you. The first one is our academic scholar within the nursing department, and these individuals have exceptional academic performance. They also have very high standards in both the classroom and in the clinic setting, and they have a consistently strong grade point average throughout the program. And so to begin with, our first recipient, wrong plaque, sorry. Our first recipient of the Academic Performance Award for our Licensed Practical Nursing Program goes to Miss Rhonda Newman. Our registered nursing recipient for the outstanding academic performance goes to Miss Krista Gunter. The other award that we give is an Outstanding Nursing Student Award. And these individuals throughout the program have shown leadership, they've shown initiative, they've encouraged and supported their fellow students, they've actively engaged in our community service activities, they've served as a positive role model, they enhance the excellence of the nursing program wherever they go, they uphold values and ethics of the nursing profession. And so this year's Practical Nursing Outstanding Nursing Student Award goes to Miss Christy Anderson. The Outstanding Nursing Student for the Registered Nursing Program goes to Miss Cassandra Rawson. As you can see, we're very proud of our graduates tonight, and we just want to wish each and every one of you success in your career. Those of you that are practical nursing, I expect to see you back, okay? Those of you that are graduating registered nurses, I expect to see you back as a faculty member, okay? So don't forget us. I'm sure we will have a position soon. So anyway. That concludes our ceremony for the night. We want to thank you so much for coming out and celebrating this occasion with us, and we wish you safety on your way home. Graduates, do not forget you have a picture that's left. Thank you for coming.
All right, good job. Okay.